pretty excited to be booting up the old lunchbox again. You ready for some GameCube bomb? Bomb! Where is he?
Yellow?
Bomb, aren't you gonna be in the video this week?
What video?
The new Playing With Myself episode? You even picked out what game we were gonna play.
Oh, right, that one. Mario Sunshine, right?
So where are you?
I'm, gathering research.
Something tells me this is gonna be a tremendously productive excursion.
Absolutely.
When are you coming back?
After I finally satisfy this crazy Tanuki mob boss with dozens of blue coins in exchange for the entire town's fuel source he's been holding hostage while I go to jail for his crimes.
What?
You know, research. Anyway, I'm off to scrub a giant eel's molars with an underwater jetpack. Toodles.
So what the heck am I supposed to play for a week? Pachinko? Welcome back, Plumber Boy. How was Mario Sunshine? Say what? Oh, I beat that game in high school. But you were gone for so long! I was, getting back in the mindset for a proper review. You didn't even replay it? Mario and I both could do with a vacation. You know, you should take breaks every once in a while. Then why didn't you invite me along? This trip doesn't hold up very well to criticism online, as you'll probably won't like it very much. I'll be the judge of that. Let's hit the beach. Long story short, this is Super Mario 64 2. Fine, so the original Mario 64 2 was planned as an N64 disk drive exclusive, pushing the hardware to its limit by rendering 100 Marios simultaneously, but was lacking any major developments for a sequel, so the game was scrapped and eventually repurposed into what we now know as Pikmin. There, are you happy? Anyway, Mario finally got his sequel concept realized in the GameCube's Mario Sunshine with Flood, a robot water-fueled jetpack that could transform into different nozzle heads, allowing Mario to platform in 3D environments in a whole new way. Because Nintendo can't make a sequel without feeling the need to completely reinvent the wheel. Still though, I really like what Flood adds to Mario, as its abilities mostly feel like enhancements of Mario's native jumping abilities. With Flood, Mario can hover midair in a sort of double jump, rocket leap high into the sky, and even dash incredibly quickly with various nozzle attachments. But the main squirt nozzle has nothing to do with platforming and drives the main gimmick of the game, spraying water forward to attack enemies and clean up graffiti. Yeah, I know, it's weird, but only without understanding the context of the game. Once you play it, it feels completely natural. Yeah, like how nobody complains or questions why Luigi can't jump in Luigi's Mansion. It just doesn't make sense for that game, even though he's a platforming character. So don't double take too hard when you hear that Mario's cleaning paint graffiti and spraying goop monsters with third-person shooting. Similar to Mario 64, you'll explore a hub world where you'll access various stages and their levels within in order to collect stars, or shine sprites in this case, which slowly open access to new areas and eventually the final boss battle. Yeah, it really is just like Mario 64, but with this new water spraying and jumping tool to help you get the job done. Lucky it's all happening on a tropical island too, since you also need to manage Flood's water supply while navigating the worlds. You can't be too frivolous with spraying, but that measly fishbowl on Mario's back actually holds like hundreds of gallons of water, so don't stress over it. And to the delight of everybody who completed Mario 64, you can finally ride on Yoshi, but with a disturbing twist. Yeah, so they needed Yoshi to work with the water spraying mechanics, so instead of Flood spraying water, Yoshi will projectile vomit fruit juice stockpiled in his stomach until he starves to death and dies. Which can make platforms with intestinal fluid magic to help keep Yoshi from touching the water, because if he ever does, he instantly melts like the Wicked Witch at SeaWorld. There's also many levels where Flood is taken away from you entirely, and Mario will have to traditionally run and jump his way to the shine sprite at the end of a series of moving platforms. And nothing against Flood, but these are undoubtedly the most fun levels in the game. Yeah, there's a lot of other weird ones, like where you play roulette with a giant boo that you need to stuff full of hot peppers until he dies. I mean, he was already dead, he's a ghost, but he double dies. And riding this awful instant kill poison river on a degrading lily pad where you need to collect 8 red coins and make it to the end as fast as you can after navigating a series of slow moving boat rides while barely keeping Yoshi alive with rationed fruit for minutes on end just for a single chance. Oh, and carefully rolling a giant ripening watermelon down a mountain between dozens of enemies all trying to destroy it and safely across a zigzagging dock in order to make it to a terribly placed fruit juicer. Or firing rockets at giant giant balloons while riding a looping roller coaster before failing on the final lap, or collecting dozens of blue coins all over each level with no indicator of how many you found and how many remain in order to score 100% completion? How about all the otherwise ordinary levels that became unintentionally frustrating fights against the finicky camera? We liked this game, right? Or an entirely luck-based pachinko machine level where death is on the table? I liked this game. Who thought that was a good idea? Mario was leaping to the GameCube, so the graphics really showcase what the old lunchbox can do, notably render lots of water and colorful moving paint effects. Isle Delfino is a bright and colorful place that actually brightens as you collect shine sprites. It's a nice visual touch that allows you to visualize the impact your play is having on the world directly. And after collecting enough shine sprites, you can even deck Mario out in shades and the most touristy shirt you've ever seen, and it's amazing and I want one. I really appreciate the bouncy animations and silly jiggle effects when Mario lands and his floppy nose sproings back into place. That was a completely innocent comment about jiggle effects. Now get your head out of the gutter. I know you're not expecting much, but this story is so outrageously stupid beyond your wildest expectations. After Mario's daring rescue in 64, he and Princess Peach go on an exclusive vacation together to the beautiful tropical resort Isle Delfino, staying in separate bedrooms, of course, considering this is an entirely agreed upon arrangement between two friends and is in no way a romantic getaway. Get your dirty assumptions out of here. However, right after landing, Mario is arrested and found guilty of covering the entire island in goopy paint. We've only just started and Mario's already been wrongfully arrested in a foreign country for widespread vandalism, all because they mistook him for this guy. Corporate needs you to find the differences between these two pictures. So Mario was ordered to indefinite hours of community service, cleaning the entire island and returning all the lost shine sprites as punishment in a totally enforceable form of good old dictatorial justice. This leads him all over the island chasing down the obvious real criminal, all the while collecting shines and blue coins for the Tanuki Mafia. Yeah, there's this raccoon dude who straight up has like half the dying town's shine sprites, but the greedy, apathetic trash panda won't hand them over until Mario pays him 10 blue coins a pop for each. Where's the police when you actually need them? So the Shadow Mario kidnaps the princess in broad daylight, right in front of everyone, with the real Mario hot on his heels chasing him down, and he's still not even given a second chance at a hearing with new obvious proof that he's not the culprit. The most reliable thing law enforcement ever does is refuse to admit when they're wrong. So when he's finally cornered, Shadow Mario reveals himself to be Bowser Jr. Bowser has children? Did you forget about the 7 Koopalings from Mario 3? And all of the Koopa kids from Mario Party? No, I will never stop bringing that up. Bowser gets around. Okay, so what makes this one so special? Well, he claims that he kidnapped Princess Peach because she's his mother. What? No, hold on. Peach's reaction to hearing this is the best part.
Leave my mama alone, you bad man. I won't let you take Mama Peach away.
Mama Peach? I'm your mama?
She actually questions this! Like, she's not positive that this turtle monster, the literal son of Bowser, hasn't passed through her royal hooch. Oh my god, Bowser and Peach canonically boned. This is a real Mario game! And in a plot twist that adds up to absolutely nothing, it turns out that Bowser Jr.'s magic paintbrush was made by the same Professor Egad from Luigi's Mansion who developed Flood and the Poltergust. So this all happened because some mad scientist just kinda thought it would be funny. What a dick. So eventually, Mario opens the way to Bowser's floating hot tub in the sky, where he's joined by Princess Peach. Oh god, we just missed the bestiality. And his son, Bowser Jr.
Hey Dad, I really wish you wouldn't nail my mom's toadstool twat while I'm sitting right here next to you in the hot tub.
Shut up, son, and go back to being weirded out that we're actually speaking English this time and not some subtitled gobbledygook.
Still a real Mario game. So Mario crashes the family romp and lands alongside Peach back on Isle Delfino, where Flood has this tragic death scene, even though it's a robot. And not even a minute later, it's shown to be perfectly fine and talking as if nothing ever happened. This story is a hilarious mess. Yeah, it's Mario and nobody's playing it for that to begin with, but it's kind of what makes it so outrageous. It also turns what you thought would be a cozy vacation into endless indentured servitude. Just for the story, right? Just for the story, right? Koji Kondo is a magician as always, but this time with a tropical island vibe.
You mean the steel drums?
No, dummy, not the drums, and definitely not anything steel.
What then?
I'm talking about that magical, indescribable instrument in all the tracks.
That's the steel drums.
Does this sound anything like steel or drums to you?
I know they don't look it, but I promise that the sounds you are hearing are coming from instruments called steel drums.
I don't know what makes it sound like this, but it is oh so good. Okay, so the internet gives this game a lot of crap, but if you enjoy 3D Mario games, then by not playing this one, you're doing yourself a major disservice.
Unless you're a completionist and want to get every single shine and blue coin, then in that case, just pretend it never happened.
Yeah, the game's really great and all, but that's a surefire way to make it unfun.
Take it from a guy who has 100% of this game twice. Just don't.
Wait, why'd you do it twice then?
My mental health has nothing to do with this.
I didn't ask.
Let's wrap this up.
The positive gamer in me had a blast with Super Mario Sunshine, giving it a bright 8 out of 10. Floods add a lot to what Mario 64's formula already established, and this game does a great job at fleshing out sharp controls with great level design. With a few exceptions, it's still a great time on its native GameCube or 3D All-Stars port to the Switch.
The critical gamer in me is left a little annoyed with Super Mario Sunshine, but not shady enough to go below a 7 out of 10. It's hard to look past this game's occasional oddball levels and missteps, but when you do, its core is a well-crafted, golden 3D platforming experience.
But what do you think? Tell us how your positive and critical sides rate Super Mario Sunshine in the comments below.
But if you're hating on Sunshine just because the internet tells you to, then you're just playing with yourself. Why'd I do that?
Oh man, you guys have no idea how hard it was to get this episode done. Aside from the fact that I was doing this obviously over a vacation, that a much needed break that I needed, and I tried to film that intro jumping all over the place. I was sick the entire trip, and I am faking it so hard on a diet of nothing but cough drops and Robitussin to try and get through the whole thing. And then it turned out when I finally got back that it was COVID. I was doing my best, wearing masks, except for, of course, when you're seeing me on those clips. So wear your mask, guys. Get your vaccinations. Take care of yourself out there. Obviously, airports are not a great place to go, but it stinks that my first vacation in 4 years, that's how I spent it the entire time. But anyway, I still tried to get this episode for you guys. Hopefully you did enjoy it. But thanks for watching. Remember to like and subscribe for more, and use the links in the description to nominate your own episode. And thank you to all of our Patreon members, Atomic Thomas, Arrow, Minya, Sid, and Crystal. Booyah!